people signed up in a week. From there, it really started to take off. Almost 5 years later, and to my amazement, every week over 200,000 people read Friday Forward in over 60 countries around the world. More rewardingly, each week I receive replies from readers thanking me for the positive impact it's made on their lives. As Friday Forward's reach expanded, it made an increasingly significant impact on me. Writing the Friday Forward each week became a keystone habit. Discovering and reflecting on inspiring stories allowed me to start each day on a positive note and gave me a growing responsibility to elevate others. As the Friday Forward readership grew, my motivation to improve as a writer and deliver the best possible content and value to the growing community of readers grew along with it. The topics I choose each week are related to things I want to learn or get better at myself, so I'm inherently invested in each post. I often tie the Friday Forward to a personal anecdote or current issue, making sure that the topic is accessible to the entire audience, no matter who or where they are at that moment. And each post typically ends with reflective questions that challenge readers to consider their own journey and choices. I believe this format has resonated because Friday Forward motivates us to grow, and the topics are actionable. It's definitely not rainbows and unicorns. The topics encourage us to push outside our comfort zone and question the limits of what we can accomplish. Growth doesn't come without challenge. I believe change comes from challenge and connection. This feels especially urgent now. The evidence is pretty clear that growth comes from being pushed into the area of discomfort, where we challenge our assumptions and our self-imposed limitations. Despite this, our world is increasingly constructed to prevent that push. An alarming number of children are growing up under the influence of snowplow parenting, parents who believe their role is to remove or mitigate the obstacles that their children encounter. They go through a school system that rewards conformity and getting things right the first time, which diminishes creativity. They graduate into a world defined by a social media echo chamber that feeds people things they are algorithmically expected to like and shows them the curated top 5% of everyone's lives. For many, each day feels more exhausting and unfulfilling than the last. This is a cycle we need to break. We have to productively challenge each other to lift people up while also pushing them to be their best selves. The messages of Friday Forward are just one important step. I believe that most of us are living below our full potential, and we have so much more capacity to achieve the life we want. In doing so, we can help others to accomplish the same. The 4 capacities. The goal with Friday Forward has always been to help people grow. But it was only after I had written these messages for a few years and began developing my first book, Elevate, that the exact themes took shape. As I dug into the concepts behind each post, I realized they largely fell into one of 4 elements of capacity building. Capacity building is the method through which we seek, acquire, and develop the skills we need to perform at a higher level and unlock our innate potential. Capacity building is best understood when broken into 4 areas: spiritual, intellectual, physical, and emotional capacity. Spiritual capacity requires us to evaluate who we are and what we want most from life, and then align our daily lives to those principles. This starts with determining our core beliefs and values, which can be difficult for many as it involves deep introspection and self-assessment. Building spiritual capacity is vital to a fulfilling life. If you don't have a destination in mind, you may waste a lot of time and energy running in the wrong or disparate directions. We must determine what we want most and align our daily lives to pursuing it. Intellectual capacity is how we improve our ability to think, learn, plan, and execute with discipline. Developing our intellectual capacity often involves setting and achieving goals, developing good routines and habits, and learning continuously. Think of it as improving your operating system. The greater your intellectual capacity, the more you will achieve with the same expenditure of energy or effort. Physical capacity is our ability to improve our health, well-being, and physical performance. While our brains help guide us through life, it's our bodies that are asked to do the heavy lifting day in and day out. That's why it's so important to maintain our health and wellness, challenge ourselves, manage our stress, and get the proper amount of sleep. When your body is tired and sluggish or your brain is fatigued, it makes doing anything more difficult. Building physical capacity goes beyond just diet and exercise. It also requires us to manage how we deal with stress and how we equip ourselves to face inevitable obstacles. Emotional capacity relates to how we react to challenging situations and people, as well as the quality